Hey, how's it going, guys? And welcome back to another Stock Kings YouTube video. And today we'll be going over Zomedica Corporation, ticker symbol ZOM. Now, I have just found some very interesting information related to Zomedica Corp, in the fact that they have just been added to the Spider Pharmaceuticals ETF, ticker symbol XPH. And I thought this was very interesting, just considering where this company currently is. Very recently they were a pre-revenue company, and they have just started getting revenue with their TRUFORMA technology as of March 31st. So I thought it was very interesting that they were added to this massive Spider Pharmaceutical ETF, and we'll be going over that a little later in the video. We'll also be going over some technical analysis as well as some price targets, and we'll also be going over why we saw such a dramatic drop in this share price as of the last couple of days. We'll be going over why I think this stock has been dropping so dramatically, and also kind of how you can manage your trades and help you kind of ensure some gains while the stock is dropping, and kind of help manage your account if you have any holdings in this stock. So if you enjoy that information, you want to learn more about Zomedica, please drop a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, turn on those post notifications so you know whenever we come out with new videos. And I also have my Webull linked down below, where if you sign up, put in $100, we can both receive 2 stocks up to $1,800, guys. So that's a good way for you to support this channel and also get some free money for yourselves. But with all of that, let's get right into the video. So just kind of going over this chart here on Zomedica for TradingView, we're on the daily chart. We can see some massive drops. And this started on March 31st, and then we kind of wicked all the way back down, and now we're seeing massive drops. And in the pre-market today, we are coming back down into this 120 range, $1.20 range, which is, very similar to this past price action in this range here. So it looks like we're coming back into this range, and I think today will be a very important day, as hopefully we can break back out of this range and enter above this 123 resistance that I have drawn right here. So that'll be very important, and that's what we'll be looking for in today's market. But let's get right into this news, guys, about Zomedica being added to this new Spider ETF. So if we come over here, we can see all the holdings of this XPH ETF. So all the sectors are pharmaceuticals, and these are the kind of the names and the weights. So this is the percentage of weight that this company, or that these companies have in this ETF, and also the amount of shares held that this ETF holds. So if we scroll down here a little bit, we can see Zomedica is at 22 on this Excel sheet. So Zomedica Corp, ticker symbol ZOM, they have a weight of around 2.68% with holdings of 4,905,737. So they have a pretty strong weight in this ETF, considering they only have around 20 companies above them in weight. So that is something to note. And also, there are some massive companies in this ETF XPH. So we look at Pfizer, Bristol Myers, Merck, Johnson & Johnson, as well as Eli Lilly. There are some massive companies in this ETF. And I found it very surprising that Zomedica would be in this ETF, considering that they barely have revenues to show for. That is something that I will be looking forward with this stock, is the revenues that they receive for the TRUFORMA. They have not reported any revenues as of yet. So moving forward with this stock, that is something I'll be looking for, how much revenue they can report from this TRUFORMA, and also how many veterinarians are actually buying these TRUFORMAs, and for each facility, how many they actually need. So moving forward, that is something that I'll definitely be keeping my eye on with Zomedica. And for those of you who don't know exactly what XPH is, and what the share price is for this, we can go over here and take a look that this is the Spider XPH S&P Pharmaceuticals ETF. So if we go and we look here, this is the analyst report, and this will kind of give you a summary and what these analysts think of this ETF. So this ETF is one of several options for investors looking to establish exposure to the U.S. pharmaceutical industry, a subsector of healthcare space that can post big returns during periods of consolidation or as a result of advancements in medicine. Giving this narrow focus, XPH probably doesn't belong in a long-term portfolio, though it may be useful for covering a corner of the domestic equity market. that receives minimal weight in most portfolios. XPH is noteworthy because of the methodology employed by the underlying index as an equal weighted benchmark. This fund offers balanced exposure to the pharma sector, avoiding the potential pitfalls of cap weighted benchmarks. This equal weighted methodology distinguishes XPH from other pharma ETFs such as PGP, PPH, and IHE. So, one thing I wanted to know out of this analyst report is that they have balanced exposure to these weighted benchmarks. So obviously, they have those big caps like those other big caps like Pfizer, Bristol Myers, Merck, Johnson and Johnson, but they also have the small caps like Zomedica. So that is something that is important for this. They have all of the big caps as well as the small caps in this XPH ETF if you are interested in buying it. And we also see that the price here for this ETF is $50.16. Their asset class is equity, class size multi-cap, like we discussed before. They have a multitude of different sized companies, mostly in the healthcare pharmaceutical space. This is also their trading data. If you guys wanted to take a look at this, their 52-week low was $34 and their high was $56.25. So we are pretty close to the high where we are at now. But I think personally, this is a very fairly priced ETF for what you guys are getting exposed to. But let's get back to this chart over here on Zomedica. And what we were looking at yesterday in the video I made for Zomedica is we were looking to hold supports at 146, respect this as a support level to come back up and test the 156 resistance. However, we did not get what we wanted at all, and price just ripped through our support and came all the way down to 133, ending the day. So, like I spoke of yesterday, if you did enter any trades, hopefully you guys had your stop losses set to prevent further losses, or if you had any shares above this range, you had stop losses set so you were insured gains at that time when the stock price decided to drop. And today we are seeing an even bigger drop with pre-market being at 119. But this allows us to get into a bigger discounted price. So today what we'll be looking for on the daily chart is for price to begin around 119. And for us to break above the 123 resistance, that will be your entry point. And this will show us more bullish confirmations. If we get candles to close above this 123 resistance, that will show us that we have created new supports at the 123 and we'll be coming up to retest the 146 resistance. So that's what we were looking for. Hopefully we do not trade back into this range because price likes to consolidate between 123 and 86 cents, as we can see here in the past price action. But let's get into this 30-minute time frame so we can kind of see what's going on a closer basis, as well as get some more short-term trades. So if we look at this, we can see price yesterday, very, very stagnant after this drop. Did not move at all. And now today in the pre-market, we are getting a big drop. So what we'll be looking for again is for price to come up above this 123. And now we will be using this 132 as another resistance point. So we'll come over here and use this. We can see price did not want to go below this and just traded bouncing off of this 133 support line. However, once we break below it, it then becomes a resistance line. So that is very, very key. What we'll be looking for is for price today to start here and break above. And one thing I would also like to point out is we are trading well below the RSI, so well below 25. So now we are into oversold territory. And last time we entered into oversold territory like this, we saw this massive jump up in share price to touch the 50 EMA. So that is something that to be aware about. We could see a massive jump up to around this 50 EMA price point. So that is something that you'll be looking for when this stock does decide to come back up. With entries, you will be looking to enter off of this 123 break of this resistance. And to kind of show you guys what I am thinking of in my head, you'll be entering off of bullish confirmations candle closes on the 30-minute of the break of this. So around this area, you'll be looking for a candle close here with your first price target at around 133. So that is what you'll be looking for, and you'll also have stops just below the support, just in case price does decide to come back down into this area. Now, I know this is a short partial profit, but with stock price being so down and so much bearish momentum, That is very key to take your partial profits as soon as you can because of the momentum of the stock being to the downside. So just be aware of that. You want to take profits where you can when this is in a bearish trend. So just be aware of that. And if price does come up to this, you'll be taking your first partial profit and moving your price or your next partial profit to the resistance here at 144. And then price will be at these then created support line here. And then with this massive, massive stop loss, this would give price the opportunity to come back down and take you at a loss. So, and that is something that you do not want to do with your account. So I would recommend moving your stop loss up with this. You can either move it to your break even if you want to give price the opportunity to kind of fluctuate in this range a little more. However, I recommend moving it above break even so that if price does come back down, you are taken out at a gain, guys. It is very hard to enter these trades and it takes a lot of mental energy. So do not let yourself go out at break even. Make sure you are increasing your profits and your account on every single trade. I think that is very important for the mindset of traders, that you are making money on each and every one of your trades that you possibly can. And then after that, I would recommend to either moving your price to the 50 EMA, because we can see price has been following the 50 EMA down, or you can move it to whatever resistance point you see fit. However, once price moves up to this resistance, you'll be taking your partial profits, moving price will be here, and again, trail your stop loss to ensure those gains and reduce your risk. But that is all the information that I had for you guys today on Zomedica Corp, ticker symbol ZOM. If you enjoyed this video and you found value in it, please drop a like, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications so you know whenever we come out with new videos, and I also have my Webull linked down below if you would like to use that as well. But as always, guys, I hope you have an incredible day, get some gains in the market, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.